In today's YouTube video, I'm going to be teaching you how to win every single game of solo queue in Valorant. If you're struggling and you have no one to play with, I'm going to help you rank up in solo queue. And if the video does help you out, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more tips and tricks like this. Now, the first tip I can give you for solo queue is to assess your situation. For a lot of people, solo queue is difficult compared to playing in a 5-stack. But for others, they may just be making it up because of the natural known disadvantage of solo queuing. Here's how it works. If you are in anywhere from iron up to silver, solo queuing is not going to make a difference. If you were to play with a 5-stack, if you were to solo queue, you will get out in no time, no matter the option. The second you're in gold, the second you're in plat, the second you're in diamond, you're going to need more than yourself. It isn't impossible, but you will feel a disadvantage. So it's first that very, very crucial that we know where our situation actually stands before we can start to work on it. These tips will still apply to every rank, no matter whether you're in silver or you are in a rank above gold. But the main thing that we're trying to do here is just see how bad it really is. So for those of you who are in silver or iron or bronze, remember that there is nothing really holding you back because you are in a rank that you can very easily get out on your own and there's no real disadvantage. If you are in a rank such as gold or above, then it is going to be significantly harder to some degree. The good thing is here is we actually know what's up. We're not sugarcoating it, simply going, we can get out in no time in solo queue, because the fact is you have to know the facts and the hard truth. And this might make some of you want to find another player instead of solo queuing after you've just heard that. So what would my advice be for those of you who are trying to rank up in solo queue? Here it is. Don't top frag. Every game you top frag in solo queue, you're probably going to lose that game. It's a bold statement, right? Because usually top fragging is a good thing in most games and you often win those games. Solo queue is a little bit twisted and different, and I've found out this many times in Valorant, and it is very, very painful. And why could this be? Let's break it down and see if it actually isn't just a crazy statement and it actually will apply and give you advice. Because it will. Often, when you are going to be top fragging, that means you are, most of the time, the best player in the entire team. Now, don't get me wrong, kills aren't everything. A lot of it comes into play. But let's just go off the basis that kills are everything and kills play a significant factor because we're trying to simplify it down as much as possible. If you are going to be the best player on your team, this means most of the other players on your team aren't as good as you or are simply just worse. Which is a problem because if you're solo queuing, you want your teammates to at least be on the same level as you, if not better. Well then, if the teammates that you get are completely random and you end up top fragging every single game, and it really just is out of your hand because no matter if you top frag, it's not really going to change the outcome of the game or the teammates that you get. That's determined before you actually queue into the game. Why do I say that you shouldn't top frag? And this is actually what I do think, is that you shouldn't try to top frag every single solo queue game if you wanted to rank up. My advice instead would be go down a different route. It's a little controversial, but if you top frag, you're going to lose your sanity. You'll be getting 30 kills a game at 25 kills, 20 kills a game. Your team will be dropping nothing, and you'll be losing your mind very, very quickly to the point where you never play Valorant again. And that's pretty much how it goes. Now, losing your sanity doesn't exactly make the games different, but it also will actually make the games easier to lose. You won't see yourself at the top of the leaderboard, top fragging, and then you won't be as disappointed. Now, my whole advice, there's a lot left in the video, so my whole advice isn't just to not top frag anymore and play worse just so it's a little bit easier to lose and accept defeat. But actually, you should go down a different path. And that path, my friends, is playing for wins, and playing for round wins in particular. Not kills, not empty frags, round wins. Now, a lot of people get this confused when they go ahead and hear someone say, or someone in the tip scene say, that they should go ahead and play a support instead of an entry frag. This is not what I'm saying, and I believe that is bad advice because a support might not suit someone, an entry fragger might. And what you're really saying here by choosing someone to play a support is for them to just take all the hits for the entire team and everyone else to go in and do absolutely nothing and not get any kills or win any rounds. Now, first off, the reason why you might be having high kill games is because you are getting empty frags. Now, what is an empty frag? An empty frag is where you pick up a kill where it's pretty much meaningless. Like, an example of a frag that is actually useful is a round win. It's a 1v1, you pick up the kill, you win the round. That's a useful frag. And then also another example is when you go ahead and get an entry frag, take someone off site, and your entire team gain control of the site immediately. That again is a useful frag. An empty frag, on the other hand, would be one where you simply, it's a 1v5, you're the one, you get a kill, and then you die. Really did nothing, and it wouldn't matter if you've got the kill anyway. It only helps us start a little bit. And too many people get too many of these empty frags, and they are literally pointless. They look great, and they might feel great, and it might feel like you have fantastic mechanics and aim, which you probably do, because if you're picking up kills, you're still using your aim. So well done, you're not, a terrible player for getting empty frags. It's just a little bit of a habit that we get into. If we can tweak it, which I'll show you how to, it can really help your solo queue game and allow you to improve and get better ranks. So just to clarify, we're not saying play support, we are saying play for the wins, not play for kill. A small reason being, it makes you pick up less kills, so it'll be a lot easier to take a defeat when you're not top fragging and you're 30 kills and the rest of the team aren't there. You'll be in the middle, or towards the bottom, or just a little bit towards the top. You'll be in a neutral ground where you don't feel too bad about it. And then why is going to be going for those wins instead of going for kills going to be a lot more important. Because in solo queue, all you should care about is winning the game. You shouldn't care about frags, you should just care about winning that round, because every round is a step further from your awful teammate messing up and choking a round. So you've just saved your team. Every round win you get is massive because it stops the team from messing up further on, and it gives you more of a lifeline. You're pretty much getting hunted down. Everything is going to tell you that you are going to lose the game. You just have to get a round ahead and a round ahead, and the more you can get in a row, the better off you'll be when you're 12-1 and then they end up coming back. Now you might be thinking, well, how do we play for the win? Well, all you should be thinking about is, how am I going to win this round? How am I going to win this round? A lot of scenarios you'll go into it, how am I going to take him out? How am I going to get a kill here? How am I going to boost up my kills? At least that's how I go into it, and I imagine a lot of you out there do too. The same applies to support, because I'm an entry fragger, and I imagine that mindset applies to a lot of entry fraggers, but support players also have it too. A support player might be thinking, okay, what setup can I use that's going to get me a kill, or what arrow should I use that's going to get me this, and then I can pick out for a kill. The same applies. You want to be focusing on what is going to be most beneficial to win the round. You'll slowly but surely begin to realize what actually wins you games and rounds. And if you are going to be looking for an example, here it is. If you are going to be on site and the enemy team push on, some of you might go ahead and get a kill, then try and run away. In that situation, you want to do what's best for the win. You want to be thinking in every scenario that you go into, what's best for the win. Well, if you're in a rank like Diamond, for example, if you're in that scenario, you probably just want to get out of there, because they're not going to be going in one by one. There's going to be an entire team there to get out and play for the retake. It doesn't mean playing more passive, it's just a mindset change of actually going for the win, and not going for kills and going for that win and only the win. So don't be disappointed when you finish a round and you didn't get the kill or you didn't get the ace. Be glad that you actually won the round, because it's huge. And I mean, it really is huge when it comes on to those later rounds and whether you're actually going to be able to clutch out the game or not. Because in solo queue, all you should care about is winning that game and ranking up. No matter where you finish, if you're on the bottom of the leaderboard, be glad you got carried, take the win and get out of there. And again, you're playing for the win, so it might not necessarily mean that you got carried, because kills aren't exactly everything. I hope this different take on solo queue actually helped you out, and if it did, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more tips and tricks videos exactly like this. Click on the video on your screen right now if you want to go ahead and see how to change your sensitivity in Valorant and find the perfect one for you. I do stream on Twitch, link down below. And also consider supporting me on my Patreon page. There's a link down below where it allows me to do it full time, and you gain access to a bunch of benefits too.